So, Satnam Amandeep
Satnam.
here, and you're going to tell us some more about AVTAARS because you're going to be teaching this wonderful webinar course, a series of 5 webinars that are available globally, and also the recordings will be available. And they will be on August the 5th until September the 2nd in 2014. But of course, anybody can get the recordings after that. So my dear, can you tell us what an AVTAAR is?
Well, AVTAAR is a special soul, a soul that has evolved, a soul that has bloomed. You know, there are 3 types of hearts. You know, the heart, the 3 types. One is called the dead heart, a heart that is dead. And one is called the ill heart, a heart that is ill. And then the third one is the awakened heart. So AVTAARS are those who have awakened heart, and through their awakened heart, when they touch the ill heart or the dead heart, they too become awakened. So that is an AVTAAR who has the power through his presence, through his sight, through his word, to awaken any heart. That is an AVTAAR.
How do we get in line for this? How do we get in line for this? How can we meet an AVTAAR and have him touch our heart?
That's what we're going to learn.
Okay.
In this webinar, we will be talking about different AVTAARS, how to recognize them, how to assess them. And their beautiful legends, their beautiful stories, and many beautiful meditations from the various yogic traditions. Now, just to go a bit deeper into this, according to the yogic science, there are 14 layers of realization. Every soul must evolve through it. Even you, me, and all those who are listening, we are somewhere in this ladder. There are 14 layers. Layer 1 to 13 is covered in this dimension, is realized in this world, the world of matter, the world of time and space. The 14th layer is realized on the other side. It is realized in the world of antimatter, where time and space does not exist. And once you have realized the 14th layer, okay, you come back as an AVTAAR. You come back as an AVTAAR. An AVTAAR is the one who has successfully, now go a bit more deeper into it. Among these 14 layers, there are some layers which are optional. There are some layers which are optional. You know, like in school, during exam, the teacher will tell you which chapter to study, which chapter to focus, which chapter you do not want to focus. And we only focus on those chapters, and we do not focus on the optional chapters. Now, in these 40 years, there are some chapters which are optional. You can skip them. Those who skip the chapters, they do not come back as AVTAARS. These souls are only interested in the release. They are only interested in the final freedom we call the moksha or nirvana. So they try to clear this ladder as fast as possible. But then they are teachers. You know, a teacher must know all the book. There's no optional things for teacher. He or she must know the entire book. So those who have traveled through all these 14 years, they come back as masters. They come back as teachers. They come back as guides. And we call them AVTAARS. An AVTAAR is the one who has successfully completed all the 14 years. He or she have not skipped. You got that?
There are some people who are not going to become AVTAARS.
Yes.
So they don't do all the chapters, but then they go straight to self-realization, right?
Yes. So these people are not really interested in guiding others. It's not that there's anything wrong with them. It's just that everybody is individual. They just want to escape the cycle of birth and death, the
Oh,
cycle of samsara as soon as possible. So they are not interested, they just want to realize their truth
yes.
and just cut the cycle. But then there are others. Guru Granth Sahib calls them Jan Par Upakari, the compassionate beings. Janama, Marana, Dohu mein nahi, Jan Par Upakari aaye. They are neither in the cycle of birth and death, but out of compassion. Once you reach the 14th layer, you can only incarnate one more time, not more than once. And it's a choice.
Oh, my.
People go into details. Once you reach the 14th, once you have reached the 14th layer, you can only take one more breath.
And they've done the extra work to come back just for us.
Just for compassion. The Buddhist tradition call them bodhisattvas.
Ah,
So these are the bodhisattvas. Guru Granth Sahib calls them Jan Parupakari, the compassionate beings. They don't need to come back. Janma Marana Dohu mein nahi. They are neither in the cycle of birth and death. They have broken themselves from the wheel of samsara. But out of compassion to guide humanity, they come back.
I'm really looking forward to your telling us and leading us how to really get in touch with these avatars. Can you tell us more about them?
Well, as all these 13 layers are realized through the physical body, the mental body, the energetic body, the subtle body, and the soul body. The 14th layer is realized through the radiant body. Now,
say it again, please. Repeat that.
Yeah. The layer from 1 to 13 is realized through the physical body, the mental body, the energetic body, the subtle body, and the soul body. So even a soul is a body. Now, these are some inner and higher teachings. Even soul is a body. And once it's realized, you see, once you realize soul, that is called soul realization. That is called self-realization. It's called Atam Gyan. Beyond the Atam Gyan, so this happens on the 13th layer. The 13th layer is where you drop even your soul. The soul is you, but it's not exactly you. It is your highest self. It is your deepest self. It is your the innermost view. The word I will use will be the most inner you. But it is not exactly you. It is still a body. So that is realized at the 13th layer. Once you reach 13th layer, the 13th layer of realization, you attain soul realization. In the 14th layer, you have universal realization, which is called Brahma Gyan. 13th layer, you realize your soul, individual, self-realization. And then in the 14th layer is the universal realization, which is called Brahma Gyan. So 13th layer, Atam Gyan, self-realization, soul realization, where you are no more you. And then you enter Brahma Gyan, which is universal realization, where you are no more you, you are all. Brahma Gyani ka sagal akar. Brahma Gyani is the one who is one with everything. So that is the 14th layer.
So will you be telling us how we can embark on that path?
Well, you see, as I said in my workshops, I go with the flow. Although I do have plans, but it's all in the flow. And, we pray that, the divine comes through and something will manifest.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And as we know, in your workshops and on your webinars, we always feel the energy as well. So we are always happy to be in that flow.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, dear. We appreciate it. We'll see you on the webinars.
Thank you, Sadhna.
Sadnam.